Okay. Should be good. Let's see. We have a stream up yet? We do. Have a stream up yet? Okay, yeah. Sounds good. Okay.
Thing.
Oh, hey.
Hello. Actually, I've changed my mind. I want you on my phone, not the computer. Give me a second. I'm just trying to stream over it on my phone. There we go. Oh.
How's it going?
Pretty good. I mean, not actually. Mitsu's pretty sick, but I'm doing okay.
Almost a full year of simulations with no
That's good, at least. Sorry, Mitzi's not feeling well.
small tweaks to the process, but without deeper understanding of the
I know very little about this. I saw it on Twitter and it looked neat, so I was like, I'll look it up on Steam and add it to my wish list. And then when I saw it was $5, I'm like, fuck it.
She would know what to do. She is
Your
responsible for this whole
timing was pretty good. I just hit export on the first hour of the VeggieTales video.
Nice.
like preparations for the next
I've just been trying to get caught up with No Sonic November today, because there's still a lot of stuff that's, like, left unedited.
minimal control of the
Oh yeah, no, I've spent the past few days catching up on VeggieTales, but
anyway, commencing sample
I'm there. I've done it. I've
Nice.
caught up to where I wanted to be.
2.
I definitely have bought myself some time, but I gotta be careful if I want to. I got the camera.
Now, I admit, when I say the first hour of the video, that does include, like I went in this version of it, I went ahead and included my introduction to the series, with no clips or music over it. It's just me talking about VeggieTales to a blank screen.
Yeah.
But then once it gets to the episodes, all the episodes have footage. When I put the specific effort in to get the episodes I needed to fill in the little gaps I had, because I uploaded the bottom 12, but there were clips in there I was missing from specific episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I would like offhandedly mention an episode, and it's like, okay, clip to be added here later. But I got them all added.
Nice. I do remember, like, watching it and, like, the Jonah footage wasn't in yet, whenever that got mentioned. You didn't even make it to Jonah yet, but, like, you mentioned the character,
No.
and you mentioned you mentioned the movie, especially during the Pirates That Don't Do Anything.
Yeah.
So far, this is nice. Feels good. What is that? I got the A button? Oh, fuck, I just fell off the edge. Is this a live game? It doesn't look like it's a live. See, it has, like, a reset. It's telling you how many times you had to do it. I guess it just shames you. Do I have to go back over there and recollect that now, or is that saved? I guess that's saved.
From Mirror's projected finish time is true, I'm actually quite impressed. It's telling me this is going to be rendered in 37 minutes, and that surprises me a little.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I was rendering an episode of Brawl, and it said it was going to take an hour, which is honestly not impressive. That's way too fucking long. It's a video game footage with me and Stuart talking over it. It is not anything complicated. So I just canceled it and decided I'd do it overnight. I might not even do it overnight. I'm, like, fine with uploads right now. I could upload it tomorrow and it'd be fine. I've made it, because that was a wacky series that we did in terms of how we recorded it, because it was more than one visit. I've made it to the point where it's too many games. I don't remember... Do you remember being there for any of the Brawl footage?
I think we might have come in, like, at the very end of you guys playing Brawl, and then... Like when we came in, it was like, okay, yeah, let's do something else.
Right. I do feel bad. I feel like it's been a while since you were Mitzi. Like, you guys have made tiny cameos in videos. I feel a little bad because it's been a while, and it's mainly just because all of the stuff that we've recorded a bunch in the last few months, but it's just like, it's just not what was prioritized. Like, first it was recording with me and Stuart. I guess, no, because you were in Schoolhouse, never mind. I mean, that's still a while. I think I'm missing a letter. So I am backtracking now. And I fell off, and I don't even know how I fell off. How far? Wait. Where did it take me? I don't even know where I am right now. Fuck off. I do feel like it's been a while since you and Mitzi have been on the channel, unless I'm forgetting a video. Mitzi was in the To the Moon video briefly.
We are in some of the No Sonic November stuff, right?
Brawl probably. Not a lot, honestly. You're in the Yeek video. Most of the stuff that we recorded wasn't for that, because we recorded the Bible games, and that's going on Smash Pack. Some of it already did. We did Advance, but that's obviously not for No Sonic November. I really, like, it's because of the nature of what we, like, No Sonic November is. Yeah, I gotta go back, because I don't have all the letters. I want all the letters. I don't even know what this game is really yet. I just don't want to not have all the letters on the first level. But the nature of what it was just a lot of it was recorded between 3 visits that me and Stuart did. Like, even Chris and Olivia aren't in a ton of it. They were in the Knights video. Me and Stuart kind of knocked out No Sonic November. Next year, I'd like to make that different. I'd like to make it more of the whole group.
Well, I mean, like, the Nights of the Dreams thing was just because, like, we hadn't gotten there yet.
Well, right.
Like, we would have been in that one if we had been there.
Right. And we could have, like, I would have just held off on that one, but we had, like, we had shit to do that night. We had Space Jam. Okay, can I...
We did. We watched Space Jam.
Okay, I'm lost. Restart level. I want to start over. Get a fresh start. Where's the fucking letter? Is it over here?
No, we don't get there.
The stream end? No, YouTube's just being a fucking cunt again. It loves doing this shit to me. Fucking let me see this. I want to be able to see the fucking chat. Fuck you, YouTube. Actually go fuck off. You fucking worthless website. Anyway. Well, this is neat so far. No strong opinions on it yet. It just kind of looked cool. It has like a similar aesthetic to a Short Hike had, where it's like almost like 3DS quality.
Mm-hmm.
It feels good.
I saw that you failed No Nostalgia Critic November.
Yeah. I was editing a video, not even thinking about it. I'm like, oh, this fucking counts, doesn't it? And I just decided to be funny, so I'm like, yeah, fuck it, I'm okay if it counting. I'm really hoping that you fail it, because I know for a fact that you would be less happy with Doug Walker as your profile picture than I would be.
I think it'd be funny, actually. But, I did technically fail no nostalgia critic November last year. It was the first nostalgia critic video I had watched in like
Was it Jimmy Neutron?
a while. Yeah, it was Jimmy Neutron. I'm like, well, he talked about Jimmy Neutron. I want to see what he has to say about Jimmy Neutron.
Right.
And it was one of his like in between not big reviews, and he did just kind of give like a pretty middling take on it.
Yeah, I watched it. I remember.
It's kind of like, yeah, the animation's not great. I didn't really grow up with it, but you know, there's some clever ideas in here.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, fair enough. The thing is, like that video came out as I was editing our video on the Jimmy Neutron movie.
Nice.
So I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, I have Jimmy Neutron on the brain right now. Sure, I want to see what the nostalgia critic has to say about it.
If he reviews something that I really like or am interested in, I always watch it. But that is what it takes nowadays.
I wasn't going to say that was the first one I watched since, like, the change the channel thing happened, but I don't think that's true. I think I did watch his Shark Tale video.
I believe I watched the Shark Tale one, too. I didn't like the Shark Tale one that much, though, because I already know what he thought of it. He did a DreamWorks Shuari on it.
Uh-huh.
And extending that same opinion into 30 minutes did not make it better.
Yeah. I prefer the review he had already done of it for the Shafrillis channel.
Yeah. Oh, I know you sent it to me and talked to me about it. I liked Shafrillis's Wes Anderson video.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good video.
God damn.
Yeah, I did say this to you, but I'll say it again. Like, his top 4 picks, I'm like, I think I agree with these 100%. I think his 5th place pick is the one I disagree with most.
I think I pretty much agree with everything he said, except for Isle of Dogs. But even then, he's more charitable towards Isle of Dogs than a lot of people I've heard talk about that movie.
Yeah. Here's the thing, I fully agree with him when he's like, none of these are bad movies.
Yeah.
Like, at worst, it's like a 6 out of 10.
I do agree with him, too, that girl's probably the worst part of the movie. Like, I kind of agree. I don't really know her. I don't really know if she's necessary. Yeah. What the fuck was that?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that just an optional end goal? Alright. Yeah, I could see it. Like, I don't really even remember her scenes that well, which I think says something. But,
you know what I was thinking about, though?
What's up?
And this, I don't know if this is going to be a hot take or not. I think Grand Budapest Hotel is Wes Anderson's only 10 out of 10 film. Like, I think he is a director who has made more 9 out of 10 films than anyone else. Consistently, every one of his movies, I'm like 9 out of 10.
I don't. To me, that's not a hot take because I have to even question if I'd give Grand Budapest a 10. It's definitely the closest to a 10. I don't know. Like, I have to watch it again. I think it's been a while since I've seen it, but I do love Grand Budapest. I've seen it twice. I would at the very least give Grand Budapest like an 8 or a 9. Like I think Wes Anderson, all of his movies are enjoyable, but are they do they accomplish everything that I love in a movie? I don't know. That's a thing though. It doesn't really. I'm not trying to set the bar too high. A 10 out of 10 is just something I don't think you should hand out too often.
Yes.
I think that should be like saved for like what in your taste is like truly the best. I slip off the edges way too fucking much in this game.
But I was genuinely thinking, I'm like, I don't think a single other director has made this many 9 out of 10 films.
I don't think that there's another director who's made that many movies without any of them being ones where I'm like, I watch and I'm like, oh, I don't really like that. Even Tarantino has one where it's like, I don't even hate it, I'm just not that into it. That I haven't, and to be fair, there's still a movie or two of his I need to see, but like I haven't seen Death Proof, but Jackie Brown was like had good things about it, but I feel like it did strike me out of all of his movies, the one that just at points tried to be like dark and edgy for the sake of being dark and edgy.
I think Jackie Brown is one of his weaker ones. I still think it's pretty good. I would say there's not a single Tarantino film I am like disappointed with. I will say I have to have the caveat on Death Proof of like it only really works as part of the Grindhouse double feature. Like watching that film alone, like outside the context it was originally presented in, it's just not that. I don't like that movie that much, but like as part of the Grindhouse double feature, I don't know, it's kind of fun.
I think my biggest Tarantino hot take, and I do think this is a hot take, I know for a fact you won't agree with this one. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood's probably like in my top 3, if not top 2. Like I really like it. It's one that just like really grew on me more and more as time went on. And I get not being as into that one because it's like
I would probably put that in his bottom 3.
I enjoy every scene of that movie. I like it. I like the characters.
I do like that movie. I don't think it's a bad movie. I just said I am not disappointed with any of Tarantino's films.
Right. I think most people, though, kind of consider it a less eventful movie of his. Which is fine. I get where they're coming from with that. I just really like the character interactions, and I really like the way it's presented. Well, it does take its time, but I think it like makes use of its time in a valuable way.
I think it's a very character-driven movie, more so than most of his films. Like, Tarantino writes really good, really interesting characters.
Yeah.
But usually they have something to do, and I feel like they don't have quite as much to do in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It also kind of feels like them, you know, giving Tarantino free reign to just make whatever the fuck. And Tarantino going, alright, I'm gonna make this movie about how cool Hollywood was in the 60s.
How do you think that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was the first movie where he had that? I feel like Tarantino's been like one of those directors that kind of gets to do what he wants for a while.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree. I just feel like it's one that's kind of Tarantino indulging himself, you know?
Probably. I do think it's a movie where you can get more out of it on rewatches too, though. Like I think that
and that's fair. I don't know that I have rewatched it since I saw it in theaters.
It's I think it says a lot. It's a movie that says a lot about just like growing irrelevant. Babylon did a similar thing to it. I just think that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was a little bit more subtle about it. I liked what Babylon did. But it was a little lengthy, I guess. That'd be my only thing with Babylon, is I feel like there was stuff in that movie that could have easily been cut. I got all the letters. I feel like this is a game that you could just try to speed through the levels, like just jump and attack shit. If I get more points for taking the risky jump area, I'll do it. I got an A. I got a B as a whole. Yeah, this is a very cheap. Yeah, like $5 is pretty fucking generous. It feels like there's enough of a game here to where you could charge more than that, and a lot of people would. But I won't complain. I saw other characters playable too on the trailer, so I'd like to try those out. This character is fun enough to control. I did not really pay attention to the opening cinematic, although it didn't really seem like much went on. It was just kind of a narrator voice. So I don't really know what's going on, but it's just kind of a platformer. I don't think you need to know what's going on.
I absolutely agree with you that Babylon's too long. I kind of love it. I kind of enjoy that it's too long. Like, it's such an excessive movie in so many ways. And I think one of the ways in which it is excessive is just that it's, like, way longer than it needs to be.
My dad was telling me about the other night because he really liked it.
I liked it, too.
Me and him that same night, I just saw Bad Lieutenant with Nick Cage, the 2009 one.
Okay. I haven't seen that one. I've seen the first one with Harvey Keitel. I've heard the second one weird, though.
It's very weird, but I thought it was good. I will say I actually, like, I think there is competition for this, too. I think it's the scummiest character Nick Cage has ever played in a movie that I've seen. And I do, again, there's a high bar for that, because Nick Cage often plays the scumbag.
Yeah. I mean,
he plays the hero a lot, too, but...
Yeah, the first one's Harvey Keitel, and he's, like, a real shitbag. He's, like, really into heroin.
Yeah.
Because it's an Abel Ferrara movie, and Abel Ferrara loves heroin. Like, all of the movies have heroin in them.
It's one of those movies where I really liked it because it was, like, entertaining watching Nick Cage in it, and, like, the commentary about the police was there, you know, like, it wasn't a thoughtless movie, but Nick Cage is so fucking over the top in it that I genuinely, I was watching this and I'm like, I like this. This movie's probably very poorly received. People probably fucking hate this movie. And then I looked it up, it was like an 82%, so I'm like, okay.
I have heard very mixed, like, I have heard a lot of people who love that movie. I have heard people who are like, it's terrible. I think YMS said it was terrible.
I could understand calling it terrible. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good.
That's,
but it's kind
of... Herzog.
What's that?
It's a Werner Herzog movie. It's one of his rare non-documentaries.
I don't know what else I would have known him for.
Gypsy Grizzly Man?
No.
Okay. That might have been it. That's probably, like, his mainstream film at this point. But he's the guy who does a lot of nature documentaries with the thick German accent.
Okay. Oh, okay. I
sent a video to chat once of him narrating Caillou's death.
Oh. Fuck. I think YMS has made some of the best videos on the platform, and I like him a lot, but there are things that I value in film that he so clearly does not. But I was trying to land on that platform, that's how I kept dying.
I mean, what I appreciate about YMS is that he's someone who, like, I understand the way they talk about movies. Like, I have a good feel for, like, oh, if he's saying this, well, that sounds like a movie I would actually be really interested in, or, oh, this one's not for me, I can tell.
Right.
Just based on how he talks about it.
Yeah, and I think that's valuable. Like he's very consistent.
I was very skeptical on the movie 1917. I'm like, is this just gonna be like a boring ass war film? And then his video came out, and I'm like, okay, yeah, boring ass war film. Not watching that one.
Right. Oh. And like, and I don't want to like sound actually worked up about this because some people are, and I respect his like right to opinion. But then it's like with the video game movies, he acts like Mario and Five Nights are like two of the worst things ever made, and it's like I get not enjoying them, but like, can you really not compliment anything about? Can you really not compliment anything about them?
I gave both of them 6 out of 10.
I think that is more than fair.
Granted,
I like Mario more than Five Nights.
Yeah, Five Nights. I'm kind of. I kind of like the Anthony Fantano system where he'll give something like a strong 5 or a light 6 to kind of indicate that it's like FNAF is a strong 5, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's close enough that I'm gonna give it the 6, but I don't know. I think it's a very strong 5 bordering on a 6.
I think it's I guess here's what I'll say of it. Like, I really enjoyed watching it. I think it is a very, very stupid movie that executes what it's supposed to be very well. And I feel like there's some FNAF fans who would hear that, and even though it's like, it is still a positive opinion, they wouldn't appreciate it being referred to that way. But I did enjoy it. I think it's very over the top, especially with fucking William Afton at the end, shouting like, "I'd always come back," and then he puts the mask on, and it's like, I don't even know if in context that line makes sense, because I think William Afton in the games, and I could be dead wrong about this, I think he says that after he's like died already, after he's already been written out, you know? And in this one he says it when he's dying for the first time. It's like, what do you mean you always come back? You don't know that.
Yeah.
But it's his line, you know? It's his line, and they don't know if they're getting Five Nights too, so he's gonna say it.
The thing about this movie is, like, this movie would have been way different if they made it, like, right after the first game. Right? Because this does not match the tone of the first game at all. This does not match what is going on in the first game at all. Like Freddy and the gang are, like, good guys through the majority of the film's runtime.
You know what I think Five Nights says? And I'm gonna say something that absolutely is a hot take at this point because people fucking hate that he said this. They're like it's like a theme park attraction. And because I understood what Martin Scorsese meant when he said that. It's kind of a different experience. It's more so there for a thrill and entertainment than anything like super artistic. And I don't know why we're complaining about that, like, as if that's a bad thing, because here's the thing, I don't think he even really, maybe he said it in kind of a condescending way, I'm not sure, I only read it, I never heard how he said it, but it's like, to me that's not necessarily a bad thing, everybody just decided to take it as an insult. And maybe he did mean it as an insult, but I mean, like, that's like, I feel like that's what Five Nights was, it was like an attraction, you know, it's not really... is the story like very well written? Absolutely not. Is it like what a Five Nights movie should be? Yeah. Does it contain what people who liked the games does it contain some of what people who liked the games want to see on the big screen? Yes. If they tried to go for a more grounded story that reflected the games less as a result, would that be the correct choice? No.
I don't know. I feel like it would have been better if the animatronics were kind of felt as a threat, like the entire movie.
I
or at least
hear
like
that.
Most of the movie.
I hear that. It kind of is. Stuart says FNAF is better than Avatar and Endgame combined. I definitely agree. I mean, I don't really want to watch Avatar, so I'll say that much.
I would say Avatar is a better movie than FNAF. Honestly, when I think of movies that feel like theme park attractions, I think Avatar. Avatar is like a perfect theme park attraction movie, even though it's like 3 fucking hours long. But it's not like, we're gonna immerse you in this crazy different world.
Right.
And look at like our technology, look at the effects, and like, come see the movie in theaters 3D. Right? That like there are so many people who are like, oh yeah, Avatar sucks if you watch it on the TV. You gotta see it in theaters. And it's like, yeah, I don't know, that's kinda like a theme park attraction.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
It's not nearly as interesting to watch the Back to the Future ride on your TV screen at home.
Right.
As it would be to be there and have the seats shaking around.
I think, what I'll say, this is going back to what you said earlier about the animatronics being a threat throughout the whole movie. I kind of agree with that. At the same time, I'm okay with the lighthearted approach they took if it had to be PG-13. Because if we were just going to get a whole movie of suggested violence, like that one scene, which I enjoyed the scene where they killed the people trying to break into the place, but it's also like a whole movie of just that might be kind of lame since they can't actually show much.
But it is a survival horror game, so I don't think there even needs to be that much violence. I just think there needs to be near violence.
Uh-huh. And the only other thing I would say is I do think one thing that was very effective horror-wise in that game was that I did like at the end, and this is very much towards the end when the animatronics are going after the girl. I did think like when they like kind of phrased it as they don't like even know that they're doing anything wrong. I thought that was kind of unsettling. Like they're gonna like fucking rip this girl apart, thinking that it's like, oh, they're doing a favor for their friend. I was like, that's kind of a sadistic thought to have. I think that's kind of I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
But very.
No, I mean, I do like the part of the movie where they are like actually a threat.
Yeah. I think there's only like. Nah, never mind.
Can we talk about how bad the Golden Freddy appearance was?
I didn't even realize that was supposed to be fucking Golden Freddy until after the movie.
A lot of people didn't.
Yeah.
I only knew because I read on Twitter that people were like getting upset about it.
I thought that like the cupcake was supposed to be the fifth kid because it was able to do stuff without Chica. So I was like, oh, that's the fifth kid. Alright. But no, apparently it's Golden Freddy. Which maybe if I understood the lore of these games better, I would have already been able to pick up on that, but I know who Golden Freddy is.
He kind of just shows up in the movie.
He kind of just shows up, and I get it. That's what happens in the games too. He just kind of shows up, but the costume.
But when he shows up in the games, it's supposed to be like creepy, unsettling. Like, oh fuck, where did this thing come from?
Right, and they kind of make it a joke in this movie for starters, with the one YouTuber appearance, in the taxi. But also, like, the costume doesn't really indicate Golden Freddy. It just looks like a more beat up Freddy suit.
That was gonna be my next point. It does just look like a normal Freddy. It should have been yellower if you wanted me to be like, oh, Golden Freddy.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe they were trying to be subtle about it because Golden Freddy is more mysterious in the game, so they didn't want to, like, loudly talk about Golden Freddy. You talking about the kid with the hat or something else? Oh, the fifth kid. Yeah, I knew that then, lol. Yeah, I mean, you're more into the games. I kind of get that. I've, like, only recently kind of started looking back at Five Nights. That's like a robot head? I'm bothered that I haven't come across a single letter yet in this level. The layouts can be a bit much here. But there's only a couple of levels, so I think that's fine.
You know what I was talking about with Mystic?
What?
How, like, because FNAF is a thing that was kind of just on the cusp of our generation. Like, we know about it. We've heard about it. We probably all believe it, even. But it wasn't something our generation was, like, deeply into. The fan base definitely skews just a little younger than us. And
I don't know, honestly. Me, Mitzi, Stuart, Cody, we were all pretty much following it when it came out.
I mean, yeah, again, like not that we didn't play it, not that we weren't involved, but I feel like the core fan base of FNAF skews younger
Probably.
than us. But not, like, drastically younger. Like honestly, probably like my brother's age.
Yeah, it's weird.
And I was thinking, like, maybe part of that is just, like, I don't think Chuck E. Cheese was really in disrepair when we were kids. Like, we kind of got peak Chuck E. Cheese, because the old animatronics were fucking creepy.
Yeah.
Like, the looks from, like, the 80s, kind of terrifying. And then, you know, as they just sit there and don't get updated, they start to fall apart.
Right.
And start to look creepier and more uncanny. So we kind of hit a sweet spot where Chuck E. Cheese was, like, put together and their animatronics weren't terrifying.
Right. You know what I will say about Five Nights that I thought was kind of a weird aesthetic choice? And I still really like the set design in the movie, and I really like the character work and the puppetry, but I do think it's weird that on the Freddy sign and in all of like the artwork of the characters you see in the restaurant, that they're drawn like the animatronics and not like a cartoon character. Like they have the Freddy on the sign is drawn like the animatronic Freddy, like he has the big black holes in his eyes.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
you know, is that like a big problem? I wouldn't say so. It's still like, it feels like it's more so going for like replicating the Freddy that the people watching the movie know. But in universe, Freddy shouldn't look like that. That's something that even Willy's Wonderland got right. Where like he had like a cartoon version of himself that looked very different from the animatronic. I think
honestly, like, I was say what you're gonna say. I'm gonna go off on a tangent about Willy's Wonderland.
Okay. I'm on the tree. Okay. Fish go in that water. You go ahead. I don't remember anymore.
Okay. Just like last time we talked about Willy's Wonderland, I was talking about how, like, the movie really insists upon the lore, even though, like, Nicolas Cage's character clearly doesn't care. And they're playing that as, like, a joke, like, haha, he doesn't care. But it's like, well, if he doesn't care, then there's no reason I should either. Right. And I think they could have played that as a joke. I think they could have played it as, like, there's so much lore, but, like,
they should have just made it more and more
really
fucking ridiculous, and Nick Cage keeps ignoring it.
And that would, like, kind of reflect Five Nights at Freddy's, the thing this is supposed to be a parody of, a little better. I think it would be a better satire of FNAF.
Yeah, do you remember the fucking South Park episode where the kids, what is it? They get like it's like they're trying to get a video game console, and their Stan's mom gets it for them, and then like the government takes it, and they keep explaining this big, overly complicated story, but the kids don't care, and they're just playing their console the whole time as everything escalates. Oh my god, YouTube, you gotta fuck off. I'm actually fucking pissed off. YouTube is like ending the stream on my phone every 5 seconds. It's not the best description of the episode.
To me.
I know, it's YouTube's being a fucking piece of shit on my phone. My second attempt at this level is going a lot better. Fuck, come on!
Hey, it's Nugget. Dog. He is known the world over for being Nugget the dog.
Nugget the dog.
Oh, Nugget.
Where do I want to go? Guess I'll just try going forward first. I feel like I did that last time. There we go. Fuck yeah. There's two other paths I can take then. Oh, is this my return? Okay. Why would you do this to me? Why would you fucking put those two things there if they didn't do anything?
Because I don't like you.
What a fucking shitty idea. Anyway. Okay, this is where I need to focus on my surroundings and not miss the last one. Okay. Probably the beach balls over here. There we go. Nice. This is a perfect game for streaming because it's just really easy to kind of like talk over. There's nothing too complicated going on. But it's also not annoying. It feels good to control. And this is probably going to be the final level for the night because I need to get ready for bed after that. This one's going to be a short one. Cool game. I like it. I'll probably finish it on stream. Ooh, this one's a little bit trickier. Some more shit going on here. Fuck. Oh, I'm all the way back here. What the fuck? On the Steam page, the description of this game was a threat. I will say that. That was kind of interesting. It was a threat about not playing the game. God damn it! Fuck you!
I'm gonna dig up the VeggieTales games and play the VeggieTales games on stream.
Nice. How many are there?
Like 4 or 5. There's one that's like completely lost, but it's also just like a trivia game that already existed, but with a VeggieTales coat of paint slapped over it.
Mm.
I'm not gonna count that one.
What type of VeggieTales games are there? A VeggieTales platformer sounds very funny.
There's one that's like a mini game collection. There's a Larry Boy game and there's a Minnesota Cuke game.
Oh my god. I haven't just used the regular goal ones. I keep going for those because I assume they're worth more. Anyways, that'll be cleared 2 sections. We're on to the carnival level. Nice. So there, Alright. But yeah, like a good game. I'd recommend this one. It's $5 on Steam. Maybe it'll get a little No Sonic November review next year. I don't know. I have no fucking clue what I'm going to cover. There was so much shit I wanted to cover this year that I'm not doing. So I do have the rest of the reviews lined up. I need to finish 2 of them. But all the other reviews are done. Those are definitely like the harder videos of the month.
Yeah.
And but they're also the most fun. I liked making like the little mini reviews. If in a world where I wasn't trying to do other things, so many other things, I would like honestly like dedicate time to filling out every single day of the month with those, and like cut the gameplay videos altogether. But maybe if I started working on them in December, I can make it to that point on time. But probably not. I'll probably go like 4 or 5 months without not touching that. So and plus the gameplay videos are fun too. Tomorrow's video is 5 nights, and that is a fun one. It's a long one. I don't know if people are gonna want to watch like nearly 50-minute long video of a game that was more of a trend in 2014, but it was fun because we're on edge the entire recording. Like Stuart's better at keeping himself composed than that. I am very uncomfortable the entire time, and I think I made it pretty well known. So it's just kind of an more interesting dynamic. Anyways, thank you, Stuart, for saying good live stream. My fucking dog it's ending with Sadie throwing a temper tantrum.